Common ground was a concept that originated from Scott Crow.
Okay.
In the aftermath of Katrina, I was too full of rage. Basically, dealing with rescues and trying to provide relief. To take the time to think about forming an organization. But by then we seen that the city, state, and federal government still wasn't doing anything to meet the need. And Scott said it was time for us to truly get organized. I thought we was already organized to do the work, but then he told me, he said, no, he said that this gonna be at least 5 years. We need to be an organization. So, with that, Sharon Johnson is a person who you really need to interview.
Okay.
She put up $30, I put up $20. We said a prayer and started Common Ground. Since then, we had over, I believe, almost 22,000 volunteers to work just us at Common Ground.
Wow.
We have served now over 200,000 people in direct services.
Wow. Wow.
You're saying wow, but I'm gonna tell you, Common Ground has evolved into the most unique organization that ever exists in America. Never was one historically that have accomplished as many deeds as Common Ground. And I'm not just saying it because I'm the founder. I'm saying it's because of the privileged position. I was able to see the accomplishments of Common Ground. At that time, the belief was that all blacks that was left in the city was looters and criminals. It was the myth among people that was abandoned in this city was that all whites that was in this city was oppressors and exploiters. It was Common Ground that literally stopped the city from breaking into a race war. And it was also Common Ground that dispelled those myths. It dispelled the myth that all blacks here was criminals. People came and they seen that we was God-fearing people. And then it dispelled the myth that all whites was oppressors. Because never since the Reconstruction have you ever had this many whites to come into an African-American community. Talking about in the groups. So it acts as not only an organization of dispelling myths, but also one that bridges gaps. Because just like y'all are here, with all our volunteers, because I don't know if you ever seen our sign saying solidarity, not charity. But the reason why we say that is because we don't believe in a person coming and just working in the community and then leaving and going and live somewhere else. If you come in here, you have to show solidarity with the community by living, by experiencing the hardships that they're experiencing, and then together we uplift ourselves. So with that, you know, we had made history. saddest part about the history that we have made is the death of Meg Perry. Meg was a volunteer that came down and was tragically killed in a bus accident. The only volunteer to be killed in the aftermath of Katrina. The sad part about it is not even a plaque. There's no recognition for the work that she done, not just in the city, but in the state. Because even though she was just finishing a project that she was doing here, with all the little gardens, from this garden here to our wetland restoration. All this was things that was dear to Meg and that Meg participated in. And she was going to Homer to work with the area called Punishing. She was we probably have served, when you talk about indirect services, we probably have served somewhere close to 1 million people.
Incredible.
And we have done this, see, so far we done raised something, but a little over $3.5 million. So with a sum that's not even a fraction of what have been spent in the recovery, I wouldn't even say it's not even 1%. I would say maybe 1/30th, if that much, of 1%. We have accomplished these. I mean, we opened up the first health clinic. Our health clinic alone have served in the first 2 years almost 40,000 people. We have helped establish 5 other health clinics throughout the city. We have a legal clinic. It's not really functioning as well as it should be right now, but we're getting it back together. When it was the first to offer free legal assistance to the families here, not only in the Ninth Ward, but throughout the whole Gulf Coast region. Because many people thought it was in good hands with our state until after the hurricane. So again, we help with all type of post-Katrina litigation, wetland restoration. I don't believe there's no other organization in the history of Louisiana that have done more in the wetlands than we have. We have a plan to see what we are doing here. We're about to open up our tree farm up in New Orleans East, so that we could truly restore our first line of defense. Let's see, we probably in personal hygiene kits, we probably passed out something like about 50,000 personal hygiene kits. I know as for water, we probably passed and distributed somewhere in the neighborhood of about maybe 100,000 gallons of water, not more. We have probably food, I would say food and water, clothing. If it was a price tag that you could put on it, somewhere around close to about 100 million. And supplies, we have passed it out. We have gutted out well over 3,000 houses just in New Orleans alone. We have gutted out, I believe 3 high schools, or 3 schools, about 6 churches, 2 cemeteries.